Well, hello, everybody. Thank you for joining me today, and super delighted to have this opportunity to share with you the amazing world of doTERRA and what it can provide for everybody all over the world. We're a global company, and it's super exciting to share with you what we can actually create. And I'm going to move this out of the way. So welcome. And if you're here today, you may have already signed up as a customer. You may have already started using the oils, or you may not have. You may be brand new, just now looking at the opportunity, see if it's something you want to step into and take advantage of this amazing company and who is so generous with all the different compensations and with the beautiful oils and everything that they do as a company. Um, and it's truly an incredible opportunity. I had a print shop for 28 years, and you may have already heard this story before, but oh my gosh. I started that business when I was 25 years old. We were newly married, and I don't know how we stayed married. It was so stressful. I remember our first customer never even paid us. It was horrible. But we kept going. Just like in any business, there's always challenges. There's always things happening within a business that make you turn right and left and all different directions that were not part of your goals. But what's so amazing about doTERRA is you have a beautiful community that's here to support you, help you during those trialing times, and help you move forward and reach your goals. And we're going to go through here and we're going to explore all the different steps here. Again, like I was saying, I had a print shop and I had a real business, right? I had a brick and mortar, I owned a building. I had 72 employees. One year was my highest level of employees. We were working 3 shifts, and there was no way that I had time to do another like business. And I got asked all the time. And my health was deteriorating, and a girlfriend introduced me to the oils, and I couldn't believe, after doctoring and doctoring, how these beautiful oils were so effective. I couldn't believe how incredible this was. And my mind went, "What? I better pay more attention here. What's happening with this?" And my girlfriend said, "Becky, will you host a class? I know you're not interested in the business. That's totally fine. I love our customers, but I'm looking to really grow my business and I could really use your network. And if you could host a class, that would be wonderful." So I hosted a class. I invited 11 people. 11 people showed up, and all 11 people wanted to sign up that day. And I'm like, wait a minute, what's going on here? Who's going to get the commissions off this? And so I decided to take a stronger look at the business model and see really what was available. And I knew I still didn't have much time, but I loved and that energy that these oils create. There's something just so magical that you can't explain. And I just absolutely love these oils. And so I leaped in, I jumped in, and I kind of sort of did the business for 7 years because I joined in 2013. And whenever I had time and I'd share, and I wasn't building the business really. I was taking a stab at it here and there once in a while when I could. And when I decided to sell our printing business in 2020, we sold it 1 month before the pandemic happened. Can you believe that? And I leaned in with my faith that the world needed these oils. And when I sold the business and started building in India with a girlfriend, um, it was just like, wow, the Lord was really asking me to help bring these oils to people because we need them now more than ever to take on and take control of our health. And so I leaned in, and here I am. I knew nobody in India. I didn't even know people who were from India that were actually grew up in India and moved to the United States. So it was like starting out fresh and green. And we grew our business very successfully in India, and we're having so much fun learning and meeting so many people all over India. So the power of direct sales model was something that I have heard so many negative things about, right? And it's because there's people out there who don't do this correctly. And I want you to erase that in your mind and have an open mind about what this really can provide for you. A traditional job is trading time for money, and I know that very well. I hired employees, and I'm telling you, I couldn't pay them more than what they were. I mean, they were worth more, but I just had the structure of what could happen. They were leaning into me, and if I gave them a raise, they were thankful, but it didn't happen very often. And that's not fair to people, right? I mean, I think that they work really hard, they should get more and more money. But sometimes in that structure of that business environment, that traditional job, you are limited, and you're even limited to advancement. It doesn't mean that that company that you're working for doesn't have advancement opportunities. It's just very difficult when there's so much competition. And you really have limited time freedom. And being a business owner in a printing business with stress and tight deadlines, equipment breakdowns, employees not showing up for work, I was there 7 days a week doing payroll, working on jobs, doing graphic design, and it just was a nonstop thing. And so a lot of times when you're working in a traditional job, I saw that my employees were actually making profits for me for my dreams, right? And but I also realized that when I sell my business or when I don't show up, I'm not making money. And with the authentic direct sales model, you really truly have a residual income. Now, maybe you don't know what the word residual income means. Residual income, I'm going to go through that in just a minute, but that's forever. You can take this money as you're building your network of people ordering from you every month. You can transfer that to your children when you get older. They can take over this business. There's no limits on advancements in doTERRA. doTERRA has a lot of great opportunities for if you get to the top of their ranks, you can actually start all over with a new business, having your current business and a new business and do double the business, right? And triple. I know some people who are triple double diamonds. Um, anyway, so it gives you freedom to choose your schedule. Now, when I say freedom, that could be a misguided thing, and I don't want to misguide you, but I was talking to Sunitha. We still work traditional jobs here and there. I am a counselor at a suicide prevention center, which aligns with my doTERRA. I'm a essential emotions coach. And so, but I'm still working another job to help find leads, to help bring people in and encompass the budget and my expenses that I have as I'm growing my business. I know people who grew their doTERRA business very quickly. So depending on how much time you can put in to the business, to how much speed you can do, really will make a difference on when you can let go of your traditional job. Um, so where are you now, and where would you like to be? Like that's a really good question. I want you to take a look and take a think about that for a second and see where you're actually your goals and dreams in your life. Like, I'm going to be a magic 60 years old this year. And you guys, in just in a few weeks, I'm going to turn 60. And you sit there and you sit back and you go, oh my gosh, my life is running past me very quickly. And am I living my dreams? Am I able to catch up and do the things that I want to do? I want to travel the world. And I've had the opportunity now to travel to India many times, which it was never something I even thought possible. So when you really sit there and look at your dreams, um, why would you choose doTERRA and how is it going to help you reach to those dreams? Um, I was so sick and I see the corruption and the crime. I'm sorry, I'm going to be straight with our pharmaceutical world and all the food supplies that we have that I am all in 1000% on holistic wellness. Like I see so much improvement in my health from these beautiful oils that I can't help but open my mouth. And we can do this globally. We can address this a global crisis. And a lot of countries are dealing with a financial crisis right now. Here in our state, we're struggling a little bit as far as we're dealing with the war. There's always going to be something happening, really, around the world. You know, it's kind of like whack-a-mole, and it's going to be imperative. You guys, it's going to be so imperative that you step into a business that's not going to be taken over by AI. It's not going to be, I mean, our model really requires us to meet people, have those rich relationships, and have people smell these oils. There's a whole new thing now called the natural intelligence. And I think that that is so smart for doTERRA to come out with that natural intelligence. And it requires us to trust our heart and trust our intuition and move forward with these. And it's really beautiful cultural collaboration. Like we have here on the call, all these people from cross line. I know in other network marketing companies, it's always a fight, kind of like you're competitive against each other. And our culture is not that. We're going arm in arm, supporting each other and lifting each other up. We also have this culture of giving and the global impact. And we have Healing Hands program. I don't know if you're familiar with that. If you're not, write this down. Healing Hands. And I've done many different Healing Hands programs. We had a huge flood happen in our community over the winter time, and we raised money for the community. I did one for India where we had a bunch of riots going on in a community and houses were burned down. So I did a fundraising event for that. So this is like a culture of giving and having your team come together and really rally to support them. We also are working with farmers and helping them source the oils. It's what we call the other side of the bottle. There's a website called source2u.com. Check it out. It's all the distilleries, all the farmers, and all the different stuff that this global impact is actually making. And you know, the other really cool thing is these products do work. I'm serious. They're just incredible. And I don't know about you guys who are seasoned leaders on this call, but aren't you surprised sometimes when somebody says, "Oh, I did this, this, and this, and it really worked." And you're like, "Really?" Like sometimes somebody will tell me something that I never really thought would work, you know? And it's just a beautiful thing, right? Our retention rate is around 75% over the whole industry globally. And as people reorder the vitamins and their minerals, as people reorder their omegas every month, and they're stocking up on their oils and their medicine cabinet of supplies, we have a beautiful way of having more retention. I know a lot of other network marketing companies, it's not that. And if you're here today and you're listening to this video or watching live with me, if you realize that you're only out there just to make that one sell. Well, doTERRA is not about that. We're truly about relationship building. We're truly about going back, talking to people, helping them learn how to use these oils, showing them different ways. I did a class yesterday, which was all about lots of recipes and lotions and sugar scrubs and a bunch of fun things that you can do. You can cook with the oils. So there's just a vast way of being able to help people learn. And we have these classes on Zoom consistently every week. So if you want to learn something new, come on to these classes, stay close to the fire, and really learn what's happening. Now, doTERRA takes 48% of the profits that come in, and we actually pay that out. So when you are growing your team all the way down to the seventh level, you have all the bonuses happening, you are actually getting 48% of everything. And it's really an incredible thing when you look at it. doTERRA is privately owned by seven owners, and you'll see them in many different pictures throughout the doTERRA market. There's another video you might want to look at called The Genesis, which is how doTERRA got started. And it's kind of a long video, but it's so heartwarming. And you get to really understand and see the heart of the owners. And that is our doTERRA culture. We're the heart, we're true, and if you're somebody who's watching this video that wants to make a quick buck or screw other people with this business, you don't belong, right? I just want to say that straight out. We want people who have true to their heart and really totally making a difference for people. Okay, so here's our India market. We're open officially May 22, May May of 2022, and we just moved our office to Bangalore, and it's just a beautiful office. It's so much bigger than the old office. We outgrew the old office, and I've been to the doTERRA office in Utah, here, United States, and it's a beautiful building, and they just keep growing and growing. This is not even half the campus. Um, there's a whole distribution center, the whole science lab, there's a whole hospital or medical clinic there that you're not seeing in this picture. Here is the story about residual income. I love this video. You may want to keep this video, do a screenshot of this, and watch this video. He does a really good job explaining what residual income is. And I'm going to tell you, I watched this video when I first started doing doTERRA as a customer, and it resonated with me for a long time. This video is why I started doing doTERRA as a full-time business. It is really incredible because when you talk about building your network, having people, and it's critical that we really do a good job getting people on the loyalty reward program so that people are using these products, getting the benefit. And so, anyway, the whole reason too that I wanted to share this video is that he talks about um, a villager who's selling water, and he takes his buckets and he goes to the river and he fills up the buckets with water and he walks back to the village and he sells the water. The more trips he makes, the more money he makes, right? So the more product you sell, the more money you make. But he realized that if he fell and broke his leg or if something happened, he's not able to provide his family and make any money because he's not taking those trips. So he decided to start digging a ditch every day, just a little bit, and laying that pipe. Eventually, that pipeline got all the way to the village where he was able to turn on the spigot. So, in the very beginning of doing doTERRA, you want to get that momentum going so that you can get that water going through the pipe. And that's what this whole dialogue or this whole diagram is about, is we have pipes. We're laying pipes, right? So P is for preparing. You're going to get your names list together. You're going to schedule things, organize yourself, and get started right away. And those who really want to make money, we have a compensation plan that will pay you out in a week's time with all the people you're enrolling. But you want to prepare yourself. You want to get your loyalty reward template set up. You want to do your wellness advocate, get the class sheets, and get things going. Then you want to start inviting. And inviting happens with sharing samples. Some people don't do that. I mean, I can't because I'm in the United States, so it's hard for me to share samples, but um, samples really work, you guys. And the peppermint oil is so loud, it's amazing. So you should, if you're going to start on a budget, must have the peppermint, lavender, and lemon oil. I think it's really imperative to be able to have a plethora of oils. Of course, starting out with the 10 oil kit is super important too. But you have these oils to experience, to use personally so that you can get the effects of what the oils are doing and move forward. Now, you guys, success loves speed. I'm just going to tell you, when you get started and moving forward, you can study, study, study about the oils, but I'm going to tell you, you never, ever are going to know everything about the oils. So stop it. Don't just sit there, well, I got to learn all the things. You're never going to. And you learn by doing. And so we want you to get started with inviting people right away, get them going, get them excited like you are about the oils. Then presenting. That is why we're hosting these classes. Maybe you don't, maybe it's overwhelming, too much to do right away. Bring them to these classes. We have mixed leaders teaching these classes, and we have class sheets. My very first class, I just read the class sheet, right? These class sheets you can get off the website. They're free PDF files. You can order them. I think they're still out of stock currently right now. People are needing them, right? So download the PDF. And presenting could be done just on the phone. It can be done one-on-ones at the coffee house. It could be hosting a class with 11 people like I did. And it's really fun. Either way you want to do it works. Then we empower people to enroll. And so we get a registration happening. People get 25% off below retail, and they get to take advantage of the deeper discounts with the loyalty reward program. I want to really emphasize that because that is the key to the residual income. So important, you guys. And then we support. So again, we do wellness consults, catch up with people. They get their oils. We follow up with them. We show them how to use the supplements. We show them how to order online, get them logged into their website. That is another thing. You all who, when you get enrolled, you have your own website, kind of like your own Amazon account or whatnot, where you can log in, order your product anytime. And it's so valuable so that you can gain those points that will show up on your account and you can use those points for free product. Okay, so the business plan is purchase your kit, right? Those welcome kits that doTERRA has are discounted, and that's the only time that you can actually get that discounted rate. So order the big kits, you guys. Get started that way. Start using the products. We have videos. I don't know. You're welcome to go to my YouTube channel. I have videos on what do I do on a daily basis using these oils. Super fun. And then we ask your upline who enrolled you to give you a wellness consult. And that should be done within a day or a week's time when you receive your product. So really important for that. And then you want to connect with all the social medias, connect with the team app, connect with online groups and WhatsApp groups and events and promotions that are happening. Get them on your calendar, get involved, get infused into the culture of doTERRA. And when you're first getting started, I want to see you showing up all the time as much as you can so that you can get used to the daily methods of operations that we do and get into the system. Learn the compensation plan. You guys, it's not like getting a paycheck, right? I mean, it's like you go to work and you get a paycheck every 2 weeks. You want to really understand the game. It's just like if you're learning a card game or a board game or playing tennis or pickleball, there's a game and rules to that. And the more you understand that, the more you can take advantage of the game. There's lots of great bonuses that doTERRA offers, lots of good things that you can take advantage of. And we'll go over that shortly here with one game that we're going to show you. I also like to recommend that you must have this Essential Oil Life app. And we also have a leader here that's selling the Essential Oil Life book. And I usually have the QR code on here. I guess this is an old screenshot that doesn't have that QR. If you want to share that link in the app, if anybody has that, that would be great. And so if you wanted to purchase a hardcover book, you can have that. It's beautiful. I love the app because it's on my phone if I'm in the car or I'm at a restaurant with somebody and they ask about a wellness concern. I have it right there. I don't normally pack the book around with me, but I do take it to classes with me so that way people can look at it. And it's just a beautiful um, uh, guide and resource. Um, and then we are going to also, whoops, let's see here. Go to the next screen here. Yeah. So there's 5 ways, and actually I'm going to say 7 ways. There's 7 ways that you can get paid with doTERRA. And the reason why I say 7 is doTERRA just came up with an enhancement bonus system, and I want to talk about that. We're going to take advantage of that. And there's also the Founders Club. And the Founders Club is a short window opportunity for you to jump in and run really hard to be able to become a gold rank. And you want to sustain that gold rank to maintain that, and you get a whole nother bonus system that happens with doTERRA. This is only once. This will only happen once in India. And so there's only 40 seats, and I believe 8 of them are taken. And it's starting to happen really fast now. So you're going to want to run. Okay, so we're going to go through this just really quick. We can sell things retail. We can when you enroll somebody, you're going to get a sharing bonus. And then we got the power of 3, which is the structure of the team. Then we have the level, which is the highest way you're going to get paid eventually as you're getting started. These are probably the fastest ways you're going to earn some income. The sharing bonus is key, and the power of 3 is key. Then you're going to really want to focus on your level and then your leadership bonuses. And then, oh, I do have number 6 on here as the boosting bonus. The boost is so great, right, you guys? When you're enrolling people and you're getting people ordering every month from you, you're going to actually take advantage of another bonus. Now, here's some average wages that you can kind of earn as you're ranking up. Now, this isn't all the ranks, you guys. I cut off the top and the bottom just because I wanted to get you the center core of the different ranks. And we have someone on the call here that just made elite. So, congratulations. That's super fun. And these are average incomes. This is if you just first hit elite, you may not be seeing this because you don't have maybe the power of three bonus. You don't maybe have the unilevel structure there. And as you're adding more people to your team, and the next month you hit elite, you'll see that you're going to earn more the more you keep bringing on and having repeat orders. And then as you go to Premier, you're going to be looking at having two leaders underneath you that are ranking executive. That is a 2,000 volume each, and then the whole Premier rank is 5,000. So you become a leader of leaders, and that is so cool. So you're teaching people how to do all the things that you've learned so far. And then to become silver, you're going to have three elites underneath you, which is really fun. And so you elite is our core rank. And then you're going to teach all these elites to become premiers, to be leaders of leaders, and then you're going to come up to the rank of gold. Yay! And that is the magic rank that you want to be at and really get there to become a founder. So I'm just going to keep moving along here because I can talk about all this cool stuff here. Oh, I want to say one more thing. When you reach up to the presidential diamond, which is the highest rank, doTERRA will give you a whole nother account. So you can have this whole business running and doing its thing. And if you do a really good job teaching leaders to teach leaders, then that duplication effort happens. It's kind of like at my print shop, I was running the business. I was running the business. And if I would have hired a manager to run the business for me, I would have probably been less stressed out. So you kind of think about it as having managers underneath you and then having those managers have managers under them. So you're really starting to help get the work stretched out with many people. Okay, so we're going to focus on the three things here. Here is the retail profit. Now you can purchase oils and turn around and sell them to your neighbor, sell them at a vendor show. You can sell them at a profit, but you guys sell them at the manufactured retail price. Do not give people discounts. And what are you doing? You're not even in business, right? Don't allow that to happen. Please, please sell these at retail. Then you get 25% profit. Yay! And that's instant, right? You're getting that right away. A lot of times we have people who take advantage of the free product of the month, which I think we have one day left. What is it, the 14th today? It's on the 15th is the last day where if you order 125 PV, you get a free product. Then it's 100% profit if you sell that. So it's really important to take advantage of all these promotions that doTERRA is offering. The sharing bonus works as if you hire or if you enroll a new member, let's say this member orders 100 PV, you're going to get 25% of that. That's really super cool, right? And then the person who enrolled you gets to have 10% of that. So that takes this person to teach you to enroll people, right? So your enroller is teaching you to enroll. So then if you teach people to enroll, you are going to get 10%, they will get 25%. This is really lucky here in India because United States, this is a little bit different. We only get 20%, 15 and 5 or something. I don't remember. I've been so much in India. But it's not the same. So you guys get paid a lot more and take advantage of that. Now keep in mind this pays weekly. If you only have a loyalty reward template set up, if you don't have a loyalty reward template set up, you won't get paid. So make sure you have your commitment. I always like to teach my people to order the first week and just get it out of the way. Like, right? What are you waiting for? Order it the first week and then you're busy running your business. Um, and it only works for up to 60 days. So meaning you get 25% off of this person's orders for all of 60 days. Now, let's say they order on the 61st day. You don't get paid the 25%. So you're going to want to do a really good job following up with them and making sure. What happens after 60 days, it goes to the unilevel commission structure. Now we have the power of three bonus. I'm going to go more into detail with this in a minute, but this is a structure building down and having leaders of leaders. Okay. So here's how this works. Now we have this beautiful, so exciting. We've waited so long to have the VMG in India. This stuff is incredible. It's so great. Here's one little packet right here. I have one with me at all times. And this is something where people are going to order every month, right? They're going to want to take control of their health. The E omegas are great. And we're always looking, we're having more and more products coming available. These are manufactured in India. That's something really important to know. I get asked that question all the time. The supplements are manufactured, they're all registered, everything is legit, and it's incredible. And actually, the VMG in India has more products and ingredients than ours in the United States. So, no fair. You guys got some spirulina, all different things that we don't have in the United States. So, it's just an improved product. Um, so, this is going to be 122 PV. Now, keep in mind, in order to get the free product of the month, you need 125 PV. So maybe order the toothpaste, maybe order lemon oil or something, or a whole nother bunch of oils, of course. But this is something to keep in mind. I wish they would have made it 125 PV. That would have made it really nice. But if you enroll somebody with this kit, um, you're going to get an income off this, right? So we're going to have you earn 2,979 Indian rupees. Rounding that up, it would be 29.80. And that's great, right? That's just for enrolling somebody. And then you go meet with them and so forth. And then the enroller of you is going to get this much money, 1,191 Indian rupees. So pretty cool, right? So keep that in mind. The more you enroll with this VMG kit, this is what it will look like. And I really highly suggest having people take on with the VMG right away so that they're going to be doing the loyalty reward orders. This is the key to the duplication process, is having people order every month. Now, so then how does the Power 3 bonus work? So when we're talking about structuring your business, you enroll somebody, they go underneath you, right? That's the obvious. So you enroll and then you enroll another person and you enroll another person. Pretty soon you're going to have a bunch of people underneath you. Well, we want you to be mindful to try to keep that first level kind of minimal, but make sure that you can have the total of all these orders every month be at 500 LRP. Okay. Now, you need to be sure that at least one of these people is one of your enrollments. Sometimes your upline is helping you and they're putting people underneath you. And it's really, I've never had my upline do that for me. I'm just telling you, my upline never gave me any enrollment. So don't expect that from your upline, please. But as we're building the business, you want to be sure that at least one person is ordering 100 PV and the rest of them, it's going to be a total of 500 in LRP volume. LRP volume, not retail, right? None of that has to be that. Then you want to really think about your structure. So you're going to have the first person you enroll. The first person I enrolled was my mom. You guys, she's 85 years old. Is she out there hustling and bustling, running the business? No. She's doing a pretty good job, mindfully, but she's not like all in running the business. But she's got my biggest team underneath her because she has a lot of friends who love the oil. So um, but you want to keep in mind that you want a good business partner, somebody who's all in, wants to run with you, and super excited about the oils. They're coachable, committed, capable, all those good things. And then the people underneath them are going to be people who love to share. And I started out as a sharer. I was sharing with my friends for a friend. I was not doing the business, right? And then customers. But don't ever place anybody on the third level. You can be the enroller and you can place somebody as this person being the sponsor and they'd be here. So as you're building your structure, interview those people. Hey, thank you for joining doTERRA. I have three types of customers that we enroll. The first one is our customers, and we love our customers. 80% of the people who purchase from us are customers. 80%. And so thank you for being a customer. Now, we also have people who are sharers, which is a smaller percentage, maybe about 10, 15% people love to share. They'd be willing to host a class for me. They have big mouths. They love to share the deep blue with their friends who are sore and or whatnot. And we love our sharers. And then also we have people who want to run with me as business partners. Now, I expect my business partners to order every month, to host classes, to be mentorable, to be committed and capable. And wherever you are is perfectly fine. If you are a sharer, great. But you can see me knowing where you are with this helps me know how to support you best. You would not want me to be sending you a bunch of business information and pushing you to do the business if you just want to love the product. If you are wanting to love or do the business and I'm just pampering you with ideas on the oils and you don't have information on the business, then you're not going to be running the business. So it's really important that I have this conversation. Where are you? So I really want you to make sure you talk with everybody when you enroll them that. Okay. Now, the second level, so we're having shares and business partners, right? Everybody's enrolling and having fun and doing classes. And if everything all works out and everybody's purchasing the VMGs and we have this pod is all landing perfectly with the 500 PV, you're teaching these people to have a pod underneath them to do the exact same thing. And when you have them all doing that exact same thing, you have three pods on your second level that's all 500 PV. Guess what, you guys? You get a bonus of 18,000 Indian rupees. Isn't that incredible? That is remarkable. That is like just for people ordering. And guess what? You get that every month if they have that. If you fulfill this obligation in this game, then you get this 18,000 Indian rupees. Now, pretty cool. So now the third level, again, teaching those people to teach those people. Look at all the pods that you're going to have underneath you that are doing the 500 LRP pod. This is super incredible. So you're going to be able to be earning a bonus of 70,000 Indian rupees. Now you don't get this bonus and this bonus. It just drops to the one level that you fulfill all the way through. And if you have people who you've enrolled over the last year, if you have people over the last year, so here's May, and I enrolled 10 people over the last year, let's say, and they're ordering every month. That's what we call the your I just lost the name of it. It's called your personal volume and your PGV, your personal growth volume. And that personal growth is people ordering every month. You're going to get a bonus on that too. So pretty cool. Here's how that works. So here's your first level requirement to get. So you would get level one, 3,500 Indian rupees if that is maintained. Level two is 18,000 Indian rupees and level three is 70,000. Now with your personal growth volume, if those 10 people that you enrolled over the year are doing 400 PV, then you're going to get an additional bonus of 3,500 Indian rupees. Now check this out. If you're at level two and fulfilled that obligation and had your leaders help fill that, then and you're going to get your original 3,500 plus 18,000. It's going to be 36,000 Indian rupees. Level three, here's again, if you have 800 people, or excuse me, 800 PV, all my 10 people total up to 800 PV that month, I'm going to get a bonus of 18,000, a total of 88,000 Indian rupees. So this is a really fun game to do. It means that you want to be enrolling people all the time. Try to be enrolling. You can enroll 5 people one month, no people the next month, but it's best to try to maintain the consistency. And at least my goal is to always at least be enrolling 5 people. I really want to be enrolling 20 people every month, but as you're doing things and stuff, sometimes things get really busy. And I find that I have more people one month than I do another. This is the uni level. And then the uni level, notice here, level one is all based on the power of three bonus. So you really want to build up to get to that right away so you can have that compensation happening. Now, as you're growing up in the ranks, as your higher organizational volume happens, so elite is 3,000 volume, notice how it unlocks and opens up the next level of payout. And you can see, unlike other network marketing companies, we pay higher percentage at the lower level. So it's incentivizing you to put people under people and supporting your leaders to grow up as well. And the highest rank level we pay is at 7% all the way up. And we do have dynamic compression. So maybe this person didn't order, it does roll up, which is really incredible. Okay, I love this chart. I need to update it with the bonus system, but maybe not. This is still going to work. This is something that when you have three people and we have these bonuses working compared to other network marketing companies that have that compensation unilevel flipped where it's 7% on the top line, I want to show you maybe they're going to make more money right away, but it's not much, right? What's 1900 Indian rupees? It's not much. But if you start to build your team, you can see at level 4, it equals out, right? So if you're enrolling, you have 81 people on your team and they're all ordering 125 PV monthly. This is what you'll earn with doTERRA. This is what you'll earn with another network marketing company. Check this out. Level 5, we're at 6%, equal 243 people on your team. And look at this. Look at how it really bumps up. Level 6, level 7. You guys, this is an incredible difference amount of money that you can actually see happening and something that you really need to pay attention to. This is the goal. This is the dream. This is what you're working hard for. You're not going to be making money. I'm going to be honest with you at first. It's going to be really hard. You're going to want to get to elite right away, and you're going to want to get to premier and really start having leaders underneath you for you to really start building and getting some momentum down to these higher ranks. Okay, so to reach the rank of manager, you're going to be with the fast start bonus. You're going to enroll about 5 people, and then you're going to have your order is going to be 100 PV that you're placing. You're going to earn around 92.50 with all the bonuses and stuff like that. Okay. Now, to get to the next rank, which is director, you're going to want to enroll 5 people. You're going to want to maintain your first level of 500 team volume to get that bonus. You're going to want to educate new members about the loyalty reward points. And you're going to want to find 3 new wellness advocates ASAP. And then if all this happens, then you're going to be about this much money in that month's time. Okay, so that could be month 2. Okay, just maybe. Month 3 or goal 3 to have, you're going to want to open up the second level of the power of 3. And this is what you could be looking at if you're opening up all the bonuses we talked about, all the enrollments that you're having, everybody ordering. And so there's a lot to happen here, right? You need to do your wellness consults, you need to be enrolling people. So really try to stack up a lot of classes and one-on-ones and things the first month, the first week. The more you're going to do, the quicker you're going to get to this rank. I got to premier in 4 months, and I was not doing the business, you guys. I was not doing the business. Sometimes naiveness is bliss, right? So elite is you. You have 3 leaders underneath you. You're going to be about this much money, 26,000 Indian rupees. And then goal 4 is building up to get to your third level of power 3, and you're going to be getting around 1,000, excuse me, 166,000 Indian rupees. If you are having 5 new members per month, 100 PV orders, maintaining your 800 PGV, personal growth volume, educate new members about the loyalty reward order, and help 3 new wellness advocates achieve goal 3. Does that make sense, everybody? Lots to cover here. You're going to probably want to watch this video over and over again. Get to silver. That will be 3 elites. And then again, you're running really hard to come to the Founders Club. And this again is a bonus system of 1% of the annual commissionable sales made in India. And that is all India commissionable sales. It will start out small in the beginning. And then as we start filling up the positions and having more volume happen in India, we feel that India is going to be the largest market in doTERRA because of the population, and everybody in India loves natural health solutions. It's really a ripe market. So to do that, you need to maintain gold 3 months in a row. That's having 3 leaders under you doing 5,000 volume. And then again, we're looking at those 3 leaders. 3 premiers are going to have 2 leaders with 2,000 volume under them. Okay, well, that's the class. I'm going to go ahead and stop the recording so our shy people can ask questions. And I just want to thank you for joining me today.